Hello and welcome to lesson 6 of this training. I'm very much excited seeing you around and I hope you are enjoying this training too. Now, in this lesson, we are going to start with the tools bar. Now, once you launch the application, the first guy to show himself is the pick tool. That's this arrow that you see around. So if I click it now, you see it's black and sometimes it turns out to be white. So even for you to go to the menu and select that you want to start the new job or the project, you need the pick tool to go there and select the options that you want. Now, another thing here is we may not be going serially according to how you look at the tools bar, because doing so will get you confused, really. Now, have you ever asked why is it that on your keyboard they did not place the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, but they've changed it in such a way that it will be easier and okay for the computer operation? It is called the QWERTY. Now, because of it starts with the QWERTY, so that is a different topic entirely. So we want to talk about the function and importance of the pick tool. So let's dive into working with the pick tool proper. The number one function of pick tool is selection. Now you can see that we have three rectangles here. Now if I click on it, you will see that we have 8 black boxes that surround the object that we've just created. Now it means that this rectangle is selected, is an object. Now when you come down to the statue bar here, you will see rectangle on layer 1. You see, that's another information from the statue bar. Now if I come here, if I want to deselect, then I will just click anywhere around here and you see that those 8 boxes are gone. And when you get down to the statue bar, you see that the information is gone. So on the selection, if I take my mouse, if I click and drag, you will notice that we have a dotted square, so it's just like a fence. Now if I let go my mouse, nothing happened because I did not fence anything. Now if I come here now, I click and drag, now you can see that this white box is there. So once I let go, because the white box is within the fence, then it's automatically selected. So once I go now, you can see that those 8 boxes will now come and surround the object, telling you that this one has been selected. Now let me deselect by clicking anywhere around. So if I click now and ensure that the 2 of these rectangles are within the fence of our selected area, so once we let go now, you see that we have those 8 boxes that surrounded our 2 rectangles. Now coming down to the statue bar now, you see that it says 2 objects selected on layer 1. So can you see the importance of the statue bar? Now let's dive in more. If I select, now click and drag my mouse, now if you check now, the fence, this red, or let me say orange rectangle, is not fully within the fence. So once I let go my mouse now, you see that only the box that was fully within the fence is selected. So for me to get this one selected, then I have to ensure that everything is within the box. So now if I do like this, now you see that the white, the orange are in the fence, but the blue is not there. So once I let go, you see now we have just 2 objects that are selected. So let me just go in a hurry. So now when I ensure that the 3 of them are selected, once I let go, now 3 objects are selected. How do I know? Our state toolbar will now tell us that 3 objects selected on layer 1. So one of the primary function of the pick tool is selection. Now you can also select multiple objects by selecting the object, then press the button, the shift button on your keyboard. So if I press the shift button now and I select the other rectangle, then I have 2 objects selected. So now while leaving my finger on the shift button on the keyboard, I can also come here and select. Now I've selected the 3rd object. Then if I still leave my finger there and come to this ellipse, once I select, now all of them are selected. So if I'm happy with that, I can let go the keyboard, the key on the keyboard, that is shift. And on the keyboard, let me just show you the shift key. Now this is the shift key. It may not be written, but you see this arrow, the fat arrow that is facing up. So I hope you understand this. Alright, so let's continue. Now let me just deselect it. Now the next function of the pick tool is movement. Now you can move your object from one place to another. Now once you select an object now, you see that you have like a square, like an X symbol at the middle. It shows you that this is the center of the object. And if you click, if you just come towards the center, you see like a cross. Now that cross means from this moment on, you can click, drag the object to the position that you want to take it to. So now if I click now and drag it here, once I drop it, then it will leave the initial position to the new position that I've placed it. So that's the movement. Now, and I can select multiple objects, then come here, click and drag, then let go. You can do that as well. Now if you want precise movement, we have ways of doing it. Now if I select this object now, if you come down to the keyboard now, we have the 4 cardinal arrows. So if you press the arrow towards the right now, it will be moving, and if you press the left arrow, it will be moving towards the left side of the screen. And if you now press the button, the up button, it will go up, and when you press down the arrow that faces down, it will come down. So now if you recall, I told you that I will tell you more about the notch offset. Now since we've started talking about movement, I will show you in the next lesson. So let's get into the next lesson where we continue with the function of the pick tool. Thank you.